my man, bitch. Oh, don't gotta read me out. And my man, thank you to my man. And my man. Oh, don't gotta read me out. My man. Oh, real bad.
Still the same. Yeah. Period. Don't play with me.
And y'all keep seeing us together. Yes, that video was true. I was in the process of divorcing him. I hired a divorce attorney, paid the retainer, like I'm done, it's through, we're gonna break up. And he was like, okay, if that's really what you wanna do. But see, my husband, I'm
My man, bitch. Oh, don't gotta read me out. My man. Oh, real bad. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Woo! Baby, good morning. Okay, guys, we have a lot going on. So, that was Portia. Lambo he's got a deep voice with it. That was little Pressure P. Okay, that was Pressure P. Okay. Sis, that's how sis sounds, little sis. Okay. Good morning, guys. I hope everyone's having a good day so far. Baby, today is Friday and we're gonna get into it real quick. This is the deal. So, ooh, what happened here? Oh, Lambo's actually sitting behind me resting, which is pretty incredible because normally he's. Oh, I'm trying to fix my chair. Hold on, guys. My little footrest rubber mat that I like to rest my feet on when I'm sitting at my desk kind of was doing a thing. Okay, guys, here we go. Good morning. Okay. Couple things. Let me get into this real quick because I know you guys are going to want to see this because you guys love a receipt. So I got a receipt for y'all. Okay. I got a receipt. Let's get into it. Where's my receipt? Okay, hold on. Let's just get into number one, a receipt. Okay. Hold on, make sure I'm not showing anything. Okay. I'm gonna have to be careful with this just because it's not redacted, so I'm gonna have to do my own little redaction. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Let's get into a receipt. How's everybody doing? Let me look on my YouTube. So A-Rod, Kenya, Jackson, Tabasco, getting here 1, 2, 3 first. Okay. Good morning. I think that's what it is. Good morning, Bougie Gang. What's going on? Good morning to everyone. Bougie Gang, what's good? Okay. Number one, let's get into a receipt. You guys know Camino Financial, right? You guys know Camino Financial? That's the company that is taking Miss KEESHA to court. Okay? Yes. Breach of contract. Okay? Breach of contract. Okay? Breach of contract. Okay. Breach of contract, KEESHA. Okay. Keonce, what's good? What's good, Kenya? Mai Tai, everybody, blessed lady. What's going on, y'all? Ooh, FedEx. My God, it's so busy here. It's so busy in this house. Lex, what's good? I know phone calls from prison dropped a video. I know. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. So if you are with the Nesto, are you here from Real Talk Bougie? Drop some, girl, drop. Okay, we don't have bingos over here. I might have to add a bingo over Portia goes crazy for the mail. Um, that's Lambo. Okay, that's old nasty Lambo. Drop some eyeballs in the chat. Okay, baby, it's like damn doggy day camp over here. Yo, okay. Camino Financial. They are taking KEESHA to court on some breach of contract. KEESHA is a YouTuber. KEESHA is a YouTuber. She's a social media mom. And Sis is running a credit repair and credit reporting. She says she does credit reporting. How she does credit reporting, I do not know. But ma'am says she is running a credit repair service, which I don't think is legal in Georgia. She's a real estate agent and a YouTuber, but baby, she's running it. She runs a credit repair and credit reporting, but Camino Financial is taking Sis to court for what? Breach of contract. And what's the breach of contract? The breach of contract is a loan that she took out with her hair company called Got Lanks. Okay. Sis got a hair company called Got Lanks and took out a loan. I will bubble up that episode where we talked about it in detail, but Sis borrowed tens of thousands of dollars. Baby, my God. God, y'all. Jesus. Okay. They're getting ready to go outside, y'all. She borrowed tens of thousands of dollars from Camino Ghost BX. It's a franjou right now. A franjou is bougie gang speak for it's a fucking mess. Okay. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. Okay, Sis, and it's not my fault. I didn't borrow the money. I didn't get a dollar of it. I don't know anything about it. All I know is it's filed with Fulton County. Sis owes people money. And if you want to we'll get back in depth on it. Like, let's just say Monday, I will do a full top to bottom review of the lawsuit as it pertains to Camino Financial for those of you guys who did not see it. In the meantime, in between time, I will up the original video where we talked about the breach of contract, where Sis borrowed and Sis has not made a payment according to these documents in what looks like to be almost a year. This is the case number. And so the reason why I am bubbling this up this morning, let me adjust my screen, is because they had to serve, okay? They had to serve her the papers. And the last lawsuit that they served her with, girl, hush, Lambo. Girl, Kitchen Trap Queen said, hush, Lambo. Lambo is so damn cute, though, and he has a beard, okay? And I know you ladies love a man with a beard. Lambo got a whole beard, y'all. He's very cute. Um, anywho, okay. Anywho, they were trying to serve. Last time she got served with a lawsuit, her wife, Mr. Anderson, signed, and we're going to get on that too, because somebody sent me a screenshot of something and asked me to. I haven't even had a chance to get into it, but we're going to talk about that in a minute too. Okay. So they've tried to serve Got Lanks LLC, but guess what they found out? They can't serve because guess what? The business address is to a UPS store. I thought that they should know that, but girl, I don't know. It's a UPS store. Got Lanks business address is a UPS store. Okay. So the sheriff has tried unsuccessfully to deliver over there. They might want to help, but like, how do you not know? How do you not have a business address and a personal address, right? So they have been unable to service her with this lawsuit because ma'am's address that they have on file is at the UPS store, Camino Financial. Okay. Okay. Baby. They've made diligent search efforts made. The diligent search made. Defendant Got Lanks LLC not to be found in the jurisdiction of the court. Sis hadn't paid. Sis hadn't paid at all. Well, she paid maybe a couple of payments on over $20,000 loan. Okay. Hold on a second. Girl. Oh, Jesus. Hold on, let me get some of the details on the matter. We went over this, but I'll go through some of it right now. On January 12th of 2022, defendant got Lanks entered into an agreement with plaintiff, a copy of which is attached, Exhibit A. You know, we love a good exhibit. Defendant got Lanks has breached. Hold on. On or about January 12th. Can you guys see me? Yes. On or about January 12th, 2022, defendant Got Lanks LLC entered into an agreement with plaintiff, a copy of which is attached Exhibit A, and made a part hereof by reference. Defendant Got Lanks LLC has breached said agreement in that the defendant has failed and refused to pay the sum of $25,098 as evidenced by the documents attached hereto in Exhibit B. Plaintiff has performed all conditions to be performed by the plaintiff under said agreement. Pursuant to OCGA 7-4-2, defendant Got Lanks is liable to the plaintiff for the interest and past due balance at a rate of 7% per annum. Okay. Let me shift my screen because God forbid we show too much. It's a problem. The amount of $8,915.33 for the period of May 7th through the period of May 7th, 2024, and continues to accrue at a rate of 7% is also due. Well, they didn't say it like that. I said that, baby. Okay. Interest has accrued in the total of $8,915.33 for the period through May 7 at a 7% per annum. On or about January 12, 2022, defendant KEESHA KAYLEE of the KEESHA KAYLEE Show on YouTube entered into a guarantee agreement as plaintiff. A true and correct copy of said agreement is attached in Exhibit A and made part hereof by reference. Defendant KEESHA has breached the agreement in that she has failed and refused to pay $25,098.07, interest $8,915.33. Plaintiff has performed all conditions pursuant to defendant will be liable for post-judgment interest at the legal rate. By this complaint, plaintiff gives defendant a written notice in accordance to OCGA 13-1-11 that plaintiff intends to enforce the provisions of the agreement that require the payment and all costs of enforcement, including reasonable attorney fees, unless principal sum of $25,098 plus interest, both demanded herein, are paid by the defendant within 10 days of receipt of the complaint by the defendant, which has not been received yet. So that is the reason today. You guys had all of this. I posted some of this. This complaint may actually be in Patreon. If it's not, I will post it for you guys. I just need to go through and redact it. That could be one of the reasons why, if it's not posted, it's not posted yet. Meet me on Patreon for that. Okay. If you want to read it. But this is all available publicly. You know what I'm saying? Like taxpayer dollars at work. Anywho, on today in the county of Fulton, this document was filed that the marshals are unable to deliver the service because the address that is listed on the contracts is a UPS store. Hopefully, they did their due diligence. I'm trying to use all the KEESHA words I can. Hopefully, they've used due diligence to track down ma'am, so that they can at least serve her husband again. I mean, her wife, Mr. Anderson. Okay. Now, one of you guys dipped into my DMs yesterday to tell me that KEESHA and girl, I was about to say Lambo, KEESHA and damn, I was escaping his name for a second, Mr. Jeremy, are calling each other husband and wife in the comments. I don't really know about that. I saw it. Trust me, I did see it, but I was like, what is going on? I really didn't understand. Hold on a second. Let me girl. Hold on. Okay, I had to log in on Love Lies and Lace Fronts. If you're not following me on my social media, Love Lies and Lace Fronts or Real Talk Bougie on Instagram, I don't know what you're waiting for, but go ahead. Go ahead, give me a follow. I'm like a stories person more than I am a reels, but I try to get into my reels too. Ooh, girl, what's going on here on Instagram? Hold on a second. We're gonna get to this. Hold on. We gonna get over to this in just a second. Hold on, baby. Oh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Liv, are you watching this morning? Liv, your ex-husband and his wife are in Mexico. What? Stop it. Stop playing. Okay, we're gonna get back over there in just a second. Let me find what I'm looking for. Let me get into we're gonna get over there, okay? Baby, and somebody else said, hold on, let me see. I'm up. It, it's what he hasn't done. I give you no money every time I ask. There's another deadbeat baby daddy on the streets. We're gonna have to talk about that too. My God, it's so much goings on, guys. Wait a second. Okay, hold on. I just want to make sure I have my screen. Somebody, okay. Let me find where SIS reached out because they were like, "What? Is KEESHA and Jeremy married?" I'm like, "I don't know. How am I gonna know? I don't Sis knows a lot, but sis don't know everything. But you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, sis will try to find out. I don't know. They're calling each other husband and wife. I don't know if she's falling for the okey doke on that and she wants to play married for the streets. Baby, I don't know. Not my problem. Let me see. Is it over here? Someone said, girl, they took a screenshot and sent it to me. Now, of course, I can't find it. Anyway, you guys have seen it because it's been running around the YouTube streets. Just a second. Ma'am and sir are calling each other husband and wife. If they got married, good for them. They have 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? They got 3 kids and good. Good for them. That's what you know what I'm saying? If that's what y'all felt like you needed to do, then good. Let me see. Of course, I scrolled so much. I feel like I probably screenshot it. Hold on a second. This is it. Okay, hold on. Let me send this to. Okay. Give me a second, guys. I thought I was ready, but clearly I was not. Let me send myself a note with what I'm looking for. You guys take a minute to hit the like button for me. If you're new here, then welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure to go ahead, hit the like button, because we are getting into it this morning. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I just had to send it to myself because I could not find the original message. Okay. All right. Let me see if I see it now. Okay. I don't know what this, I'm going to be honest. I don't know what all this shenanigans means, but at the end of the day, if they're married, they got 3 kids. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. It says, I want you guys to be able to see. So she had up some post and he says, "Congratulations, baby. Most proud husband ever." At Splash to Dawn, "Thank you, husband. You literally make me the happiest wife ever." Did they get married? I'm going to just be honest. I'm sure no, unless they just went ahead and she wanted him to go make an honest woman. Guys, we are below 50% on these likes. What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Guys, go ahead, take a minute, look at your phone, double tap like, okay? And I'm sure it was just a ooh, they're talking some tea. Go ahead and double tap like on the likes for me. And you know how it goes. More likes, less commercials, okay? More likes, less commercials, okay? Did they get married? I don't know. I'm gonna see what I can find out because those records are typically public. So if they got married, I mean, they could have got married in Vegas. So I don't know if they got married in Fulton County. Maybe they went and eloped when they were in Vegas a couple of months ago. God only knows. I mean, me personally, grown people getting married, 3 kids, ma'am already bought sir a house. I mean, baby, it's a formality at this point. If she married him, he married her. Is anybody checking for these 2 on the streets? Is anybody going to be crying that Jeremy married KEESHA? You know what I'm saying? If this guy married this gal, is anybody like going to be disturbed over this? I think it's one of those, okay, sir. Okay, sir. I mean, okay. Ain't nobody checking for these 2? You think the streets are going to be like, "Oh my God, they took one out the game. They took him out the game, y'all." Sir is going to still be running these streets and doing probably exactly what he wants to do, which is he's a grown man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We don't know, but that's what the word on the street is because KEESHA is they're over here oogling and ogling with each other in the comments and playing with people in their faces that maybe they got married. I'm going to just go with what I think I know. I don't think he's cut from that cloth, but again, he is a grown man. He's not getting any younger. Nobody is checking for him. Sis purchased a home for them. He's got 3 kids with her. Everybody already calls him Mr. Anderson, so why not make it official, right? Why not just go ahead and make it official and make it legal? But if they're married, they're married. If they're not, they're not. Nobody is going to lose sleep over that. I really don't think anybody really cares, just to be honest with you. But as far as to the sis that sent that to me, girl, I'm gonna give KEESHA and Jeremy a big bye, girl. Cause nobody really cares. If Jeremy's out the game, still don't think it's gonna stop him from doing what Jeremy wants to do. KEESHA wants that title, and she can go ahead and get it if she wants to. If you know what I mean, like they can go ahead and get it. Germ posted and said nothing about marrying her. He only spoke about God and spiritual warfare. Oh, spiritual warwear clothing. Oh, and his new sewing machine. Baby. KEESHA got herself a good wife who likes to make clothes, crash cars, and party. So good. Very good. Okay. So I know some of you guys have been missing my little KEESHA updates. That's it for the KEESHA update right now. Okay. The update is okay, like girl. That's the update, baby. That's the update. Okay. All right, let's look at this real quick since I happened to stumble across this. The Webbs are in Mexico having a good time, enjoying their vacation. Nisha has on her little animal print bathing suit with the clear cover. They look like they get ready to get into some shenanigans and have a good damn time. And they're saying, peace be with you. Okay. All right. Liv is probably somewhere crying. Is Paris here? Hey, Paris. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. Hey. Yes, girl. We just went through the update, KEESHA and her lawsuit and everything else. I hope you're doing good, sis. But yes, KEESHA has two active situations now. One is in mediation. That is the defaulted Capital One. And then the number two legal situation is with Camino Financial on some breach of contract. If you guys want that public document, it will be on my public Patreon. It'll be on my Patreon. It'll be a freebie for 24 hours once I post it, but then it'll just be in documents. But you can get that over there on I know some of you guys don't want to register and all that stuff with these websites, and I get it. You can come get it. Once I have it posted, it'll be on my Patreon. Just register as a free member, and then I'll have it available for 24 hours. Otherwise, it will have whatever associated with it that it needs to, like $1 or $2. Let's see. Okay. I think that's everything. They're playing married on Instagram, and Sis has 2 lawsuits pending. Okay. That's really all I know. Other than that, Liv's ex-husband is with his current Mrs. Webb. And Mrs. Webb is sporting a very cute bathing suit, and they are on vacation, not paying any attention. And Liv is probably very mad. We'll get into a Liv update at a certain point. I don't even have a Liv update right now. I planned on talking Dear Fran because the Dear Fran letter was juicy, and we're gonna get into that, okay? And then I will be over on Real Talk Bougie. But guys, let's get into this right now. You guys know how this goes. Sis had a question and wanted Bougie Gang to help solve it, and it's a problem. So we're over here to help Sis out. Where is Dear Fran? Okay. Let's see. Girl. I can never find my Dear Fran intro. I'm just like, where is it? Is this it over here? Okay, here we go. Guys, if you have a question or problem, you need some relationship, career advice, Sis just needs help. Go ahead. Take that Google form. And let's see if Fran and Bougie Gang can help you solve it. Okay? Guys, let's get into it. Dear Fran, I need help. Dear Fran, last year around Thanksgiving, I found out my husband was paying prostitutes for oral sex while I was pregnant. Then I had postpartum depression. Does this sound familiar at all? I wonder if a certain person wrote a certain letter. I don't know. This is sounding very interesting. Somebody with postpartum, somebody who gave somebody a hall pass. Ew, okay. Don't be mad now. If you're giving out hall passes, don't be mad now. Last year around Thanksgiving, I found out my husband was paying, well, this person's husband was paying a prostitute. Someone else's boyfriend was out with a lady friend that he really, really, really liked a lot, and actually had a baby, but we're not going to talk about that right now. This lady's husband was paying for prostitutes for oral sex while she was pregnant, then had postpartum depression. I lost my shit and ended up in a fight with his sister. She pressed charges and I went to jail for 2 days and I'm still waiting on a court date. I told him I don't want to be married. I am only still I'm only still in the house. I guess it's in the house for me and trying to do better. I'm overwhelmed with bills and a baby. I don't want to be married. I've told my husband this. He wants to start therapy and begs forgiveness. I haven't really said much. Should I stay and stack silently or completely leave? I only have my dad, but he is 70 and I don't really want to burden him with this. Also, I'm dumb because we have been struggling to pay things. Obviously, he had money. Advice, please. Guys, baby, what is sis gonna do? So they've been struggling financially, but like she said, clearly there has been some money, but he was allocating money elsewhere, right? Which is not good, right? Okay, this is the deal. So last year around Thanksgiving, I found out my husband was paying for professional services, right? And you were pregnant and you slipped into postpartum depression. I mean, I can understand why. That is devastating blow to, no pun intended on that. That's devastating to find out that your husband is not only outside the marriage, but using money and all of the things for prostitutes. I mean, that's not cool at all. Especially considering that they're professionals, they get around, that's their business. And that might not be something that you want to invite into your home and into your body, really, because what he's out there doing in the streets is going to come into your home and could, you can get diseases and just his outside relationships with people who are actively involved potentially in sex trafficking and things like that. It can get very nasty and messy, right? There was that case we talked about yesterday on Real Talk Bougie, where there was a man in Washington, D.C. area who had a couple of girls that he was dealing with, and it ultimately led to his murder and also them trying to wipe out his accounts and steal from him and all of the things. So very dangerous situation, right? So you were in postpartum, so you were dealing with this right after having a baby. You lost your shit and ended up in a fight with his sister. So his sister fought you after having a baby and finding out that her brother was seeing call girls or escorts or whatever, right? The family sounds like trash. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. If sis was defending her brother, I get it, but they can still be trash. Like at the end of the day, maybe you married into a trashy family with a trashy, nasty husband. Okay. Um, she pressed charges and you had to go to jail. So maybe you attacked her, you got mad, you went and beat her ass, whatever the case might be. You're still waiting for court. Um, I told him I don't want to be married. Well, sis, it sounds like you've already made up your mind, to be honest. I don't blame you. I mean, he's been outside the marriage. He was with professionals. He was routing money from out of your house that you're trying to make ends meet. And he's taking money out of the house to pay for hookers. Okay. Then his sister has the nerve to come for you and you got to go spend 2 days in jail and deal with court. You don't want to be married. Um, You're only in the house to pay bills. You're trying to do better. You got to get a job, sis. You got to start making some money. If you feel like this guy has taken advantage of you and you feel less of a woman, um, then you got to do what you got to do. I'm not going to tell you to leave your husband, but if that's what you're deciding to do, then leave your husband. You know what I'm saying? It's not my place to tell you to leave. You got to know when it's time to leave. You've got his kid, and if sir is crazy, you got to be careful. You got to be careful at the end of the day because you don't want to invite trouble wherever you're going, especially if he's not ready to let you go. You understand? So you need to get your coins. You need to get a job. You need to start door dashing. Instacart seems like a safe endeavor. Go shopping for people, do their groceries. You can have the baby in a buggy or get the baby to a babysitter or however you get it organized. There are ways to make money. There's ways to make money. You may have a profession. I don't know what your profession is. You may be able to get a work from home. Sis, you got to start stacking. You need to be stacking anyway. Like it's not just on some, I want to leave. Let me go make some money. You like I said, there are women out here who are wealthy, who get up and go to work every day. They have a wealthy husband. They are wealthy. They are jointly together wealthy. They have means and get together every single day and go and work. Okay? Working is not a bad thing. Staying at home doing nothing is not motivating. There are people who are stay-at-home moms. All of a sudden, they pick up a camera and they're YouTubing, and they go from no subscribers to 100 subscribers to over time 10,000 or whatever they have, doing cleaning videos, cooking videos, talking about farming, talking about gardening, talking about themselves, showing, being depressed, crying. They do whatever they want to do, but they figure out a way to make a coin. Okay? Acting crazy, doing a podcast. Like, sis, there's so many ways to make money out here. There's no reason to not have any money. Okay? I told him I don't want to be married. I'm still in the house and trying to do better. Don't try to do better. Do better. Every day, set a goal. Set a goal. I need to make $100 today. Do Instacart. Do DoorDash. Figure it out. You should be able to make $100 on some damn DoorDash, especially if you live in a busy city. Okay. I'm overwhelmed with bills and a baby. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's valid. That's very valid. And you need to get it popping. It's a urgent mode right now because you're living with this guy just to have a place to live. Your husband is not going to be feeling that. I don't want to be married. You've said that like 3 times. Let's see. I'm pressed. I told him I don't want to be married. I'm still in the house trying to do better. I'm overwhelmed with bills, the baby. I don't want to be married. Number 2, I've told this to my husband. He wants to start therapy and begs forgiveness. This is what I want to know. I'm going to just assume, but if you could please write back, do you love him at all? Are you not in love with him? Or have you realized, did you wake up and realize I don't even love him? Because that happens. You may have thought you loved somebody. You may have wanted to just get married. It sounds like you don't love him. I'm overwhelmed with bills. I don't want to be married. I've told my husband this. He wants to start therapy, beg for forgiveness. I haven't really said much. Should I just stay and stack? Well, you already are staying, and you should already be stacking silently. And as far as you leaving, sis, that's going to be entirely up to you. I cannot tell you to leave your husband. All I can tell you to do is if you're not happy, you don't love him, you don't want to be there, you don't need to be there. Like, it's just, I don't want to say it's a no-brainer, but if that's what you want to do, then that's what you need to do. You said I only have my dad, but he's 70. 70 is not dead. Your dad could live to 90 years old. 70 is not dead. If your dad has his door open, go. But just be mindful, if your husband is crazy, his people are crazy, they're going to come bring bullshit to your 70-year-old dad's house, don't do it. If he's going to be decent and respectful and understand, the parameters of that you're where you're living, then fine. But don't invite drama to your dad's house where your dad feels like he's got to take out his gun and defend his daughter because the son-in-law is coming over there doing something crazy. So just be careful because your dad has had the luxury to live to 70 and he shouldn't have to have any problems because of your relationship situation, right? So I would definitely suggest that if you're going to go to your dad's in peace and understand that you don't want to invite that type of drama, that type of time to his house. But if it's safe to go there and the man is going to be respectful and you two can co-parent and go through this divorce process like adults, then go over there. If that's what you need to do. I wouldn't be able to rest my head in a house with a man I don't want to be with just because you need him to pay your bills. Okay. I don't really want to burden him with this. Well, you burdening somebody with something. You know what I'm saying? Like at a certain point, you got to accept what it is. And your father is not going to take care of you like he's your husband. You need to get yourself together, sis. Like it's unfortunate. You didn't tell us how old you are. And I'm almost glad because age has nothing to do with it because there's plenty of grown women who should know better find themselves in these type of situations every single day. So it's not just a problem of young ladies in their 20s or their 30s. Women in their 40s and 50s find themselves out of the job market, no money, weren't focused on having a hustle, a hobby that could be turned into coins, no personal savings, nothing, and end up in trouble because maybe their marriage is not what they thought it was going to be. You have got to always figure out a way to save some of your own money, whether it's being creative with the household budget and being able to put back some money and save for yourself, um, and get creative with doing the most with what you have, or getting jobs or having a clear hustle that gives you some coin. Okay. Um, in 2024, like you got to be able to have your own money, even if it's to just be able to go buy a cup of coffee, go buy some jeans, go buy outfits, do things for your kids without having to disrupt your budget. Okay. So that's just my take on it. Also, I'm dumb. You're never dumb. Also, I'm dumb because we have been struggling to pay things. Obviously, he had money. So you see what I'm saying? He paid for what he wanted to pay for. Now, is there a way to get back? Like, were things okay before you found out he was seeing outside people and paying for sex? I don't know, but you also have to understand if you cut off sex and you're not into him like that at all and he's trying to go out to get it, not that that makes it right because it really doesn't, but if you cut off sex, he may want it. Just like if he cuts you off, you would want it, right? So I'm not justifying what he did in the least, but if there is a way to repair the marriage, is sex something that you're willing to commit to? Because clearly he'll go out and pay for it to get if he needs to get it, right? So I don't know. I don't know. This is a very complicated situation. Bougie Gang, I'm gonna check your comments and see what you have to say. Go get money back from that prostitute girl. Um, I've packed my shit up with no money in worse conditions, girl. You'll be okay. Actually, yeah. Don't bring drama to your daddy's house. That's just the one thing I'm going to say. No 70-year-old wants a bunch of drama in their house. So if you're going to leave, be it that you're leaving and don't bring any drama to the house, baby. What are you asking us for? Girl, cuz I asked her to ask. Cuz it's a dear Fran letter. Okay. Now they should go to therapy. Yeah, I don't to me girl. By the time she found out all of this, I, yeah, it's crazy. He could have gotten arrested. Absolutely. He could get HIV. The man is for the streets. Yep, he's trash. Baby, the way everybody in the family would have tombstones. The sister came for her to the point where okay, so you got into a fight with the sister. We don't know if the sister came for you, but she put herself in the light to get potentially a beat down. Because if you're the one who went to jail, sis, I would imagine you might have beat her up. Yeah, run, baby, before you end up with a sentence. Don't end up having this, like, you're already going to court for having a fight with the sister. Don't have to go to court because you're mad because you took out a gun, because it's not always going to go in your favor. He's taking advantage of her because he feels like she needs him, and that's why I will never totally depend on a man. I'm gonna take that a different way. I think it's okay to totally depend, but you also have to do for yourself. Just because you are depending on someone to do what they say they're going to do as a husband and a provider and a leader in the household doesn't mean you don't go make money. You know what I'm saying? It's completely okay to rely on your husband, but you should always have, and I'm not even saying a backup, you should just always have your own income. What is wrong with doing something, even if it's a hobby? You knit sweaters, you do hair, you you have a part-time job, you clock in on a contract a couple of times a year, make a certain amount of money and then don't work again. Some people work from the end of the year to the beginning of the year. Some people go to work like third and fourth quarter. Okay? There's nothing, do what you like. It doesn't always mean getting a job, doesn't always mean clocking into a 9 to 5 for the next 25 years. Getting a job could be doing a contract for 3 to 6 months and take a 3 to 6 month break. Making money doesn't always mean going to get a job. It can be a hustle. It could be starting your social media and taking it seriously and monetizing it. It doesn't always mean, we don't know what this lady's profession is, if she has one, but at the end of the day, relying on your husband is, to me, not even the question. It's, how do you take yourself so far out of the game that you don't see this coming a mile away, that you have a no good ass husband that can't wait for you to deliver a baby that he put in you? That's number one. Also, that you're dealing with a man that will pay for sex and deal with hookers while you are at one of the most special times in your relationship, when you're a married couple and you're actually having his baby within a marriage. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, I'm just talking about the red flags that maybe should have been seen before all of this went down. You might be in postpartum depression because you realize you fucked up marrying someone maybe you didn't even love, or have been dealing with someone that just isn't what you want. It's okay. That's why they have things called annulments, to realize that you've married someone, that you're with someone that you never really needed to go this far with. Maybe it was just like, well, this was the natural next thing we wanted to do, and then this was the natural next thing we wanted to do, and then this was the natural next thing that we wanted to do. At the end of the day, you, just because you're doing one thing doesn't mean that you needed to do another thing. And also, just because when you see it's not working out doesn't mean you have to stay. I'm all for marriage, but I'm also, number one, all for happiness. You cannot stay in a relationship, stay in a marriage just because you want to be married. Just because you want some ninja to pay your bills. That's stupid, because one day you might not wake up. And also, it's not teaching your kids the right things on how to enjoy life and to have a life and a lifestyle that means something to them. Having your bills paid means absolutely nothing if you're not happy. If you have to go to the psychiatrist and get antidepressants just because your water bill's getting paid, or just because your credit card's getting paid, that's not an accurate trade-off. There's no trade-off for that. You could pay your own credit card bill and be happy. So, ma'am, you just have a lot of figuring out to do. We can't really, we can't really tell you what to do because damn it, I'm not in a position to tell a woman to leave her husband, but it sounds like you don't want to be married. It sounds like you don't love him. It sounds like you don't want to be there. And what I'm going to say to that, okay, don't. But you need to get yourself together. And as long as your dad's door is open and you're not bringing some BS to his house, you can be there with his grandchild. That might be something good for all of you. Your dad might want you to be home. Your dad may want to see his grandchild. You may need some of that elder person's advice on how to navigate these waters and how to get your life back as a woman, because a man can tell you how to get your life back, your father especially. And now that you're grown, maybe you might be able to listen to some of that grown man advice as a grown woman now with a child, and he can help guide you through this process. So I don't see anything wrong with her going to her dad's as long as she's not bringing some BS to his door. But dad doesn't want to be out here worrying about his daughter anyway. And you can possibly work. 70 is not old, guys. Like, okay, 70 is not old. Look at there's so many. I mean, hello, Angela Bassett's 70, damn near 70. Denzel's 70. You know what I mean? Shirley Strawberry going to be 70. You know what I mean? There's a lot of 70-year-olds out here who are able body. They are able body and bodying, okay? And happy to be there for their grandchildren or children. 70 is not what 70 used to be. Girl, did we not see Brad Pitt the other day at 60 looking 38? I mean, we are all going to be old by the grace of God, and I think that Gen X is putting a whole different spin on what these senior years are looking like. Senior years is still looking like the club in some places, okay? Um, Not that everybody wants that, but senior is still looking very good, okay? So I don't really think that that's too much of a concern. But anyway, guys, if you have some help for sis, go ahead and send it through. Comment down below. Sis, if you want to expand on any of the questions that we had for you, go ahead and, send us a little supplement, answer some of the questions that we had. Because, ma'am, you going through it. You going through it, but the blessing is you have a child. The unfortunate situation, you're gonna have to deal with that daddy. Okay, you're gonna have to deal with the daddy. But I'm gonna say you should have thought of that, because if you didn't want to be married, if you don't want to be married now, you might not have wanted to be married then. And if you watch me, you already know some of the stuff that plays out that we watch on these YouTube streets all the time, sis. Like, you should have known. You should have known. But we're not, look, it's not all your fault. So don't take it that way. But don't let him get you pregnant again. Don't give him sex because you feel like you need to now. If you cut it off, stay cut off and get yourself together. Like, get your mind wrapped around what you want to do. And if it entails walking out that door, then get your head up and handle that business. Handle that business. She definitely knows what to do. She doesn't trust herself enough to move forward. Also, you got to do the work. You got to do like, life is not easy. Like, some people out here are making it look easy because it's hard. And when work is hard, the best way to get through some hard work is with a good attitude and a smile on your face. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might have tears in your eyes. People drive to work crying every single day. They hate that damn job, but they got college tuition to pay for. They want to finish up a master's degree. They got a mortgage payment to pay. Their husband just left. Their husband just died. Their wife just passed away. You know what I mean? They got kids to feed. The school is starting. They got to buy jeans. They got to buy Dunks. They got to buy Jordans. They got to buy food. People are handling business, sis. Wake up. Wake up. Clock in. Handle that business. Leave that man alone. If you don't want to be with him, let him go. Chin up. Handle that business. And that's it and that's all. Do like the rest of us do. Grin and fucking bear it. Handle that business and choose to be happy. Go choose to be happy. If you want to choose to be miserable and stick around that damn marriage that you got going on where your husband goes and pays for hookers, sis, come on now. You know you're playing yourself. I don't have to tell you that. Just like Maury says, did you need to come here for us to tell you that? Girl. All right, bougie gang, what's going on? Okay, guys, it's 12:21 already. Okay, guys, I'm gonna meet you guys over at Real Talk Bougie. Our good friends over at Phone Calls from Prison dropped a video, and mm, mm. Some people said we couldn't get called. Well, there are some stipulations. I'm not going to go into detail, but there's some calls from Fulton County. What? Yes. There's some calls from Fulton County. My God. Okay.
Fuck is you doing? Fuck is you doing? Fuck is you doing? Bitch ass nigga, fuck is you doing? Fuck is you doing? Fuck is you doing? Bitch ass nigga, fuck is you doing? Fuck is you doing? Fuck is you doing? Bitch ass nigga, fuck is you doing?
Yeah, we're going to cut this off. Just nigga, what you gonna do? Yes, guys. Okay, guys. Today was so much fun. I didn't, I wanted to make sure that we got to this Dear Fran letter. You guys are awesome. But we get ready to go over to Real Talk Bougie, and we're gonna talk some of this nonsense. Sir was over there in Fulton County, and I cannot wait to get into it. Okay, I'm gonna see you guys in about 15 minutes over at Real Talk Bougie, so we can get into it. Also, I think that's it. That's all. Let me otherwise, guys, if you have any questions about what was going on with the good sis and the lawsuit, just stay posted to the community post and I'll let you know when to go over to Patreon. I just need to cover up folk information that they don't do on the Fulton County website, but sis is going to make the appropriate reactions and when that document is ready, but you can also watch the video. So I will bubble up the video where we discuss the matter, and you can get into it. Okay. What matter are we talking about? Girl, KEESHA of Campbellton Toe Estates. Okay. Sis got issues and we talked about it. So if you are just now coming in, slide the bar back. We went through some of the details of lawsuit number 2. And I'm getting ready to go clock in over at Real Talk Bougie. You guys hit the like button for me. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you later.
How's it going, Big Dap?
It's the whispering for you. It's the whispering for me too. It just does. It adds to the creepy yoki factor. It just gives a little creepy yoki. It just gives a little. It just gives